Dude, that Narcos on Netflix.
Yeah.
I finally finished it.
Dude, come on.
Oh my god.
Dude.
I didn't I wouldn't have gone into it if it wasn't for you. I really wasn't interested in it.
Oh.
I just was like, oh yeah, more drug stuff.
You gotta
no big
trust
deal.
me more.
Oh
man.
my god.
You
I
gotta
do trust you.
you
Not
gotta
more. That's
and
why
then
I did it.
Cartel Land is
How
next.
dare you.
Cartel Land is next.
I hear.
Holy,
You're not the only one.
Sounds like a generic little dumb little run-of-the-mill documentary. It's not. It's special.
God damn.
It's a special documentary that's gonna blow your mind. And again, that how big oil conquered the world, like the history of the Rockefellers. Fuck. That's the craziest shit.
Netflix has the
That's
most
where it all
awesome
came
shit
from.
right now.
That's where it all. It's like, the conspiracy theorists, whatever you want to call them. They claim that it's all connected. 9/11, JFK, like it's the same people, and they're all connected. It's the same families. It's the same secret society, and it goes back. Well, it's most of it started with John D. Rockefeller and Standard Oil. When you learn that shit, holy fuck. The history. And the craziest thing about the whole thing is he was so into monopolizing oil and everything. Once it wasn't just oil, banking. He got into everything, big pharma. He had control of everything. John Rockefeller was so dominant. He was the first billionaire. He was ruling the world, man. And the one thing is that all hemp or marijuana conspiracy theorists, they all are aware of the reefer madness propaganda. We all know that as weed enthusiasts. We know about the propaganda that the government, and then finally it worked after 10 years of all this propaganda that made weed look like it killed you and stuff and made you do crazy shit. They made it illegal. And we all know that that's from big industry like DuPont and the Rockefellers and all that. We all know that they were trying to shut down the industry. They were blaming it on this Mexican smoking weed, but we all know that as weed enthusiasts. But what you don't know is, alcohol prohibition was also because of John Rockefeller. He supported anti-alcohol groups and blew them up and donated millions to blow them up to get to outlaw alcohol because he saw it as a threat to gasoline.
Whoa.
Yes, and this is not a conspiracy theory. Alcohol prohibition was all backed by John D. Rockefeller.
Whoa. It was a threat to gasoline?
Yes, alcohol.
Because they thought people were going to make like ethanol?
No. He just wanted to ban he wanted to crush the ethanol business, right?
Right, that's what I'm saying.
But the way he did it is to create this hysteria with drink. Everyone has a drinking problem. Everyone's killing each other. So he did the same thing. He did both of them. He did the same. You're gonna find out about this. This is not a conspiracy theory. So they made there were
Google this, Jamie.
Yes.
Quickly.
How big oil conquered the world. But he funded the Anti-Saloon League. It was run by one of his good friends, and that was and you know what ended up happening? Same thing. They outlawed alcohol. You couldn't drink alcohol, but they said, "What about the alcohol for cars?" And they wrote in the law that you could still make alcohol for cars, but you got to put petroleum in it so that people don't drink it. So it killed the business. So now they got to put oil in it if you want to sell it, and then it killed all. He killed everything. And he got busted for everything. John D. Rockefeller's dad was named, they called him Devil Bill. His dad, they know all about his dad. This is not a conspiracy theory. Their family, the historians will tell you about his father. He created him. He was a rapist, snake oil salesman, running from the law, changed his name.
Devil Bill?
Devil Bill, that was his name. So he had a bunch of sons, and John D. Rockefeller was one. And he was known, he was quoted as saying, "I cheat my sons every day. I want them as sharp as can be." He just beat the living fucking trust out of them and just drowned all their trust. So John D. Rockefeller grew up not trusting anybody.
Look at this. Rockefeller, Ford, and the secret history of alcohol. Wow. The secret history regarding alcohol that you won't hear in the 6 o'clock news. Cars and everything else running on internal combustion engines can run on alcohol at least as well as they can run on gasoline. Indeed, engines were built back in 1870 that could run using alcohol or gasoline. A New York Times article from 1908 enthusiastically states, "Autoists discuss alcohol as fuel, great future ahead for use in commercial wagons," says Professor Locke. What is it? How do you say that? Look. Tests with motor truck E.R. Hewitt tells engineers of his results with gasoline and alcohol in the same engine. Henry Ford said that alcohol was a cleaner, nicer, better fuel for automobiles than gasoline. Wow. Holy shit.
When you look into it,